Okay, I'm going to make some crispy pork belly, and I got a few ingredients. I got 3 tablespoons of Chinese rice cooking wine, Shaoxing, I guess is how you say it. I got some sugar, sea salt, Chinese 5-spice powder. I've got some fermented bean curd, and I got the red color. Mix this up. Now we'll put this off to the side until we need it. What I have here is a 2-pound piece of pork belly, and it has the skin on. You can't really make it crispy without the skin, because the skin is what we're going to crisp up. Here I have a pot of boiling water. I'm just going to add a little vinegar to it, about a tablespoon. And I'm going to put my pork belly in there for about 5 minutes. That'll help remove some of the excess fat off the surface. We boiled our pork belly for about 5 minutes. Now it's still hot. I'm going to take and I'm going to scrape it, see if I can get anything off of there. Got a little bit, but it looks like it was pretty clean. That's good. Oops. Now what I want to do, take my little dip tool here, and I want to poke a bunch of holes in this pork belly. You really can't poke too many holes. Not sure if that's poking. Now you can use just about anything to poke the holes as long as you get the holes poked into the skin. The reason you want the holes in the skin is because that's where the crispiness will start to form. If you don't have the holes, it's real hard to crisp up the skin. Alright, so anyway, I got that pretty much done. And what I want to do is about every 1 inch or so, I want to cut into the meat. I want to cut down where I start getting close to the skin, but I'm not quite there. Now, we're going to take our marinade, and we're going to rub this in to the meat and to the slices that we cut, everything. Now, we want that skin side up, and we're going to wipe this marinade off of the skin. Now we're going to put this in the refrigerator overnight, skin side up, without plastic. And the reason being for that is we want this skin to dry out. Now my pork has been in the refrigerator overnight, so the skin is dried out a little bit. Get ready to cook it, but to keep it from curling up, I'm going to put it on some skewers. You can just use wooden skewers, whatever. careful not to poke your hand. There. Transfer this over here. We're going to take a little bit of this rice wine and drizzle it on the skin. Spread it around. Wipe off the excess. Don't need pools of it. And we're just going to let that dry right there. My oven's preheated to 350 degrees. This is pretty much dry now. Sprinkle a little sea salt on here. And I'm going to take my probe, go in here. Now that my probe's in, we're getting ready to go into the oven. I'll put some water in the pan. This will just help create a little steam in the oven. Now we'll put this in the oven. Yep. Connect this to my probe. My probe is set at 160 degrees F. Okay, my alarm's gone off. We're now at 165 degrees for the pork. So that's plenty. So the pork is cooked. Now I got to crisp up the top. First, I want to take this probe out. Put the pork right under one of the elements. Then I'm going to put the oven on broil, on high. There we go. And then we're going to keep an eye on it until the skin gets crispy all the way across the pork. Okay, now it's pretty much crispy all the way across the pork. So we'll turn the oven off. Yeah, it's got a little bit of black on it. Pull this out. And then what we'll do is we'll let this cool down a little bit. Now my pork has cooled down quite a bit. I got to take all this black stuff, scrape most of that off. Comes off pretty easy. There. That part's done. Now, turn this over. Yeah, I think that's crispy. We have a nice crispy roast pork. Well, let's try it. Yeah, that's really good, crispy.